everyone, I'm Jessica Stutzman and welcome back to the Mill Creek Government Channel. During today's show, we want you to continue experiencing downtown Erie like truly never before. For many, the incredible convenience of walking to work attracts them to downtown living. But there's so much more to this beautiful city. The views of Lake Erie sunsets, the green spaces including bayfront trails, the arts, great restaurants, and exciting sporting events are all within easy walking distance. In today's tough times, that may mean doing so virtually or socially distant from others. Joining us from the Erie Downtown Partnership to discuss how to safely enjoy our downtown during the COVID-19 pandemic are John Buchna, Chief Executive Officer, and Dave Tamulonis, Events Manager. Well, John, thank you so much for being here with me today. Wow, has it really been a crazy year?
It has. Well, thanks for having us. We do appreciate it because, as you mentioned, the downtown is the people's downtown. It's our community's downtown, and we're very proud of how it's progressing. And again, the pandemic has impacted our organization and the downtown, but there's a lot of good forthcoming, so we're glad to be here.
And you guys do a wonderful job, and you have adapted to the pandemic and to the safety needs, of our residents. So, how did your events plan to change to reflect what's going on here in 2020?
Yeah, when we started planning 2020, we had over 200 events planned, and a lot of those events were based upon engaging in being with different family and friends throughout the community. And you had a lot of physical activities, yoga, you had a lot of arts, a lot of different aspects to enjoy and engage one another as people, And then of course the pandemic hit us in early spring. So we adapted, and we did it because not only you had to, but we really took the step back because safety is of the utmost important. And to keep our community safe, we knew was a driving factor. So like many people, we did do some postponing and some cancellations, but if anything, those events that we did have, they were much more appreciated because they were special.
People are very much looking forward to still being safe,
Correct.
But really looking forward to getting out of their house. And like you said, a lot of things just shut down right away, but then things started coming back either virtually or spaced apart from each other. Right. So I know we're really grateful, and I'm sure you have to be extremely creative on your end to make this all work.
Yeah, we have, but I do a lot of credit goes to our business owners. I mean, if you look at the overall, our community, just like many other employers, for a while there was the stay-at-home order. But as restrictions became lifted to a certain extent, a lot of the owners themselves said, how is it that they could adapt to the given situations? We had some grants, some partners that enabled us to help their business so that they can do so safely, by the purchasing of PPE equipment, plexiglass, just other items that they needed, so that as people continue to support their local restaurants and or their local venues, they were able to do so safely. So I give a lot of credit to the actual owners and the employees themselves who adapted as well. They followed the guidelines, and a lot of the credit goes to the people who support the businesses. They following those guidelines are crucial because it kept those doors open. Mm-hmm. And then some of those also ultimately added some live entertainment as part of the offerings to it. So they were, instead of doing outdoor type events, they were doing some indoor type events, which was again meant for people to enjoy their downtown and to experience it perhaps sometimes like they haven't done before. Mm-hmm. Some of the venues offered outdoor dining that they haven't had before, or even like drive-through and delivery. So I credit the businesses and for doing what they needed to do to keep the doors open for the public.
Is there anything that you had to do different after, again, those initial events were canceled to modify and to continue to hold some of those events?
Yeah, good question. We have. We, of course, like others, we have to do the sanitization. We had some equipment, but we ultimately looked at the space itself and how we were utilizing that space. At the time the pandemic was really starting to take hold, we were looking at Perry Square, that large area. And it's a premier area, and how is it that we can use it not just for today but for future? So we had a lot of plans, and then we worked with the city so they can adapt the policy. So another good partner would have been even the Erie Parking Authority. So We allowed some parking spaces in front of businesses to be open for people to do pickup. But even the city adapting policy so that ease agreements could be given so that outdoor dining seating could be obtained quicker without a lot of the red tape. It was done so safely. But I mean, those are just a few examples. And as we enter into the winter, we're looking at how is it we can still enable these businesses to sustain, to use that public space for different events, activities, or just overall use to support our downtown community.
And John, with you being down there, do you think the public has stepped up and really backed our downtown businesses?
They have, and we encourage them to do more. I mean, we've received, I mean, of course, we use social media like many others, and the praise that we receive for doing something, but it's not about us, because we were looking at, as an organization, that's our role. But a lot of our role is to help these businesses, and some of it's provide information, but we ask the people to continue to, to buy local, to support local. Understandably, a lot of it is just based on scheduling and timing, and just there's that, the potential capacity issues. But again, I go back to really, they've all taken the necessary steps to make sure downtown is safe within those walls, and even us in the public space. We have our clean team that's out there every day. We have an arrangement with the Provider Resources Incorporated, and we saw an influx of garbage being illegally dumped, but we were there, and I just can't praise enough the teams and how we worked together so that the downtown, so those that did come down knew that it was safe, that it was clean, and hopefully they'll enjoy it even more going forward.
Well, and going forward, we are coming up on the holidays. How do we continue? Because a lot of those businesses were shut down for so long. Right. How do we help the economy bounce back during the holidays now?
Yeah, and I can't stress it enough. I mean, these are the businesses that these owners are our neighbors. And that they pay taxes, and people have heard that, but they really now so more than ever can use the support. They can use the takeout orders and even the dining. And I say if you can do it more than once a week, it's just the reoccurrence of recognizing that they're part of our community, and we definitely welcome them to come. People just to come and continue the support. I mean, as we go into the holiday season, it's a very energetic time of the year. But even looking forward into early next year, that's a real tough time for the hospitality industry. So any support we can do to support our local businesses would be very grateful.
And what do you think customers can expect in terms of safety procedures while they're shopping at businesses? How has it changed? I know I have done a lot of shopping, and I wait out in my car and they come bring it out to me. But what are the other things that you're seeing? Well,
so some of our businesses would be, while the pandemic was just coming into the community, they didn't have online ordering. So our organization, in utilizing some grant funds, enabled them to get some online websites. So some people may not be aware of that. So some of the businesses that they went to shop at, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, didn't have an online presence. Now they do. Mm-hmm. So to me, I think if you're looking to engage in supporting your economy, take a look online, because some of them do offer that where they haven't in the past. And ultimately, they have some really good products, the service capacity, and in each of the employees, make sure that they took the precautions so that as customers come in, their experience is positive, and they're definitely safe and welcomed inside those businesses.
Mm-hmm. Well, John, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This is we're all changing, and we're all trying to keep up with this. And again, we love our downtown businesses, and I know that we don't want to see anybody have to, close up or shut their doors permanently. So I think we just really want to stress supporting and backing those businesses.
Yeah, and thank you for recognizing, and thank everybody that do support the businesses. I know, as we come forward, we're looking forward to like our Downtown Delights that Dave's going to talk about. That is one event that means so much to so many people within our community, and we were determined how we can still do it and do it safely. Mm-hmm. So we do appreciate all the support, and we just look forward to continually making downtown a positive experience.
Well, John, again, thank you so much, and I am looking forward to the holidays, and it's going to be some trying times, I think, on everybody, but all the effort you guys have put in will really make a huge difference for both the business owner who needs that income, but also the Erie resident who is just looking for that connectivity to others again.
Yeah, that's great. And it is about connectivity. And so we can do it virtually, but sometimes we can do it, if we're going to do it, in person, let's just remember following the safety guidelines.
Yes, thank you so much, John. And we're excited to talk with Dave next about your events.
Thank you.
As John just mentioned, we have Dave Tamulonis here. He is the events manager, and we're going to have some fun this winter season here. Dave, thank you so much for being us here in the studio today, chatting with us. You have had so many successful events, and then this curveball, COVID-19, was thrown your way. So what I want to talk about first is the success of your Downtown Fall Fest and how that has really changed from 2019 to 2020.
Yeah, so Fall Fest in 2019, our first year, the inaugural Fall Fest was a huge success. We had it on State Street, lots of kids activities, lots of businesses were involved, passing out candy. We had a donut eating contest, lots of great fall pictures to take and stuff like that. And a lot of those events that we had last year couldn't be done this year with 2020. So this summer we did have farmers markets every other Sunday in Perry Square. So our Fall Fest this year was located in Griswold Park, and we modeled it after those farmers markets. So an event where people can travel through, there's a path to sort of go through the event, but you're not gathering in one place. You're not really sitting down watching something, but you can still eat, you can still get your fall produce. And we had a lot of success, and we saw a lot of people come through the event who were compliant with safety regulations, so we're very proud of the community.
Is this something that you modeled or watched another community do, or did you guys all brainstorm in the office?
I think that there's a lot of great examples from other communities about how to safely activate, how to safely still have events in COVID. And I think, partially doing research, we've worked with the city, the health department to come up with the regulations that we impose on attendees. And I think that the combination of all that and just brainstorming what is possible, what can we still do. We worked with the Oasis Market for the Fall Fest, so a lot of it was brainstorming with them, like, well, how can we incorporate these vendors? How can they still do children's crafts? How can we have live music but not encourage people to sit around and watch it? So it was a combination of those things.
And how do you see Downtown Delights evolving this year too? Because I am excited. I'm very, very happy you guys are holding this.
Yeah, Downtown Delights is going to be different this year, like everything. Last year, of course, and the previous several years, we've had a large celebration. We have the mayor and Santa on the stage, and they light the tree. This year, we are lighting Perry Square. We're lighting the big holiday tree, but we are not having the big gathering. Instead, we're encouraging people to come through and enjoy the lights on their own time. We are holding a holiday tree sale on the day that would typically be Delights, that first Friday in December 4th, with Mason Farms. Last year we had live trees for sale in Perry Square, and that event went over very well. So we're bringing that back. Going to have some Christmas music playing, stuff like that, but it's not going to be the big celebration. And instead of that, we're doing what's called the 20 Days of Delights countdown, where every day for 20 days leading up to that tree sale, we're going to be highlighting a different downtown business, helping them get the word out about what they have for the holiday season, specials, any certain gifts and stuff that you can get. So taking some of our energy and putting it into how do we help downtown have a great holiday season? How do we make downtown a destination for the holidays still in 2020?
And will the square be decorated with decorations and the Christmas tree and whatnot?
Yeah. We're actually we're going to have more decorations because we've given downtown businesses a stipend to decorate their own businesses to sort of fit with that theme of decoration and lighting all the way down State Street and throughout downtown, so that there's going to be lots of great lighting to see. If you drive around at night, there's going to be lots of great sights. But the Perry Square, all of the lighting that you saw last year is going to be there this year. So we're not cutting back in any way. It's still going to be a beautiful downtown for the holidays.
And I like what you just said. Go ahead and drive downtown because some may be a cold night or whatnot, and driving would be the best option. And I guess I'd like to say this over and over, but if you're coming out to the square, there's no bad weather, just bad clothing. And so I've really tried to take that to heart recently. So I get my family out in the colder weather a little bit more outdoors.
Yeah, well, we're a year-round community. You know, Erie, there's plenty to do in the summer, of course, but there's still great stuff to do in the fall, great sights to see, and the winter. I mean, the snow can be an incredibly fun thing. I snowboard personally, and I love living here, living close to lake effect snow and ski resorts and stuff. So we are truly a year-round community. You just have to dress right.
Yes, exactly. What other groups are going to be involved in Downtown Delights this year?
We have all of the groups that we had last year. We've had all of the businesses. They're going to be lit up for the holidays, but we also partner with UPMC Health Plan. We partner with the city. We partner with a number of organizations to bring this celebration every year. So if you check out our Facebook page, you'll see everybody who's involved, from people like the churches downtown, St. Paul's and stuff, their choirs making excellent virtual content for us to share in the days after the tree sale, and all the way up to some of our major funders, Erie Insurance. And we're lucky to have great community partners that still want to see this event happen.
And with the events you've already held, you have some of these already under your belt. What kind of positive feedback have you received?
Yeah, we've received incredibly positive feedback. I think people still want something to do. They still want to go out, and if they want to go out badly enough, they will be safe about it. I think at the beginning of COVID back in spring, there was a big question mark, like, is it going to be fun to go out, or is it going to be too burdensome? Mm-hmm. Or are the regulations going to be too hard for normal people to comply with? And I think that we see that there's still plenty of opportunities to get out, and people are really hungry for a way to connect with one another, and are more than willing to do, wear masks and stay 6 feet apart, just to still have that experience of coming together.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think, and I know this has been said so many times, but, wearing the mask, I want to protect you from any, germs that I'm carrying, and it's also just a sign of respect that, somebody else is wearing a mask and cares that much about, my family as well. So I know we're grateful for everybody in the community who's doing their part. And looking forward to 2021, I think a lot of people are eager to close the book on 2020. What can we expect from the Erie Downtown Partnership moving into 2021?
Well, just like everybody else, we're waiting to see what happens. I think that there's still a lot of question marks. There's still a lot of things up in the air in terms of what we can and can't do. But I think, especially now compared to at the beginning of the summer, we have a much better idea of how we can safely activate space, how we can safely enjoy the outdoors, what we have to do to safely enjoy indoor things. So you can definitely look forward to more events, and whatever we need to do to make those safe, we'll be doing that.
And how do our viewers find out about your events, stay in touch with you, reach out to you? How do we get in contact?
Our website is eriedowntown.com, and on there you should find an updated list of events and all of the other services we offer, cleaning and grants and stuff like that. And we're also on social media, Facebook at Erie Downtown Partnership and Instagram at Erie Downtown.
Great. And is there one last thought you want to leave our viewers with today before we end our show?
I would say if you are comfortable coming downtown, if you're comfortable supporting small businesses, that's really the big push that we're trying to make for the holiday season, is shopping small, and the downtown is safe and open for business. So to do your holiday shopping somewhere local where you're supporting your own local economy, keeping money here in Erie, that's really the push that we want to make with this countdown and Small Business Saturday and everything. So if you can, come downtown, support your businesses, support your community, and shop small this holiday season.
Oh, that's a great, great message. Thank you so much for being with me here today, and also just reminding our viewers that the downtown isn't closed. It's open for business, and those local businesses, your neighbors, really do need your help right now. So thank you so much.
And they're keeping you safe as well. Every business we've talked to, every business I've gone into is incredibly up to date on the regulations and what they need to do, and they're really committed to making sure that their customers are safe.
That does make me feel good. I am very concerned and very cautious, and to hear you say that and to give your stamp of approval, that means a lot. Thank you.
Well, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me and John. We really appreciate the opportunity to come here and talk with you today.
Of course, anytime. You are always welcome here. Viewers, we have an exciting lineup for you provided by the Erie Downtown Partnership for the holiday season. I know that the pandemic has been stressful for everybody, but it's going to be full of festivities and holiday cheer. So you're going to want to head downtown and check out the Downtown Delights and also support our local businesses. I want to thank you for tuning into the Mill Creek Government Channel, and until next time, have a great day.